जाओ हाथ থেকে সরিয়ে ক্যামেরা থেকে
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Subhashish. I would go ahead and present the Venue N Line, the new high-selling vehicle from Hyundai. Now, I'm right now standing in front of the vehicle, where I would showcase a few features that we have here. First of all, I would draw your attention to the bonnet that we have here, which is a wrapped around bonnet, which is distinctive character lines to either sides that adds up to the exclusiveness and the sporty look of the vehicle. Now again, I would go ahead and draw your attention to the front of the vehicle, where you have this crisscross structure with a lot of chrome elements added to it. Now this would go ahead and enhance definitely the look, and you have the air intake from here, and you have added chrome structures to the either sides that add up again to the sporty look of the vehicle. Now if I go ahead and take you through the headlamps of this particular vehicle. Now if you look at the headlamps would be LED projector headlamps, and along with this you get a chrome surround that again adds up to the look of the wonderful vehicle that we have in front of us. Now again, we have an entire surround of the daytime running lamps that add up to the look at night, and definitely is an alert system during the day. Now I would draw your attention to the positioning lamps as well. The positioning lamps would go ahead and add up to the clarity of your vision when you're driving at night, and definitely adds up to the style of your vehicle. So this is definitely a lot more stylish, sporty vehicle. Now if you look to the, I would come back to the front. We have the windshield in front of us, which is a raked windshield, and if I look a bit forward towards the roof, I would point my camera to the roof rails, which adds up to the luxurious and the sporty look of this car. Now Now I'm just changing the look, the particular view of the camera. Now if you look at the front again, it would have the skid plate that has a red lining to it that adds up to the sportiness, and to either sides of it would be the air intake. Now what is this for? This would go ahead and cool up your front tires, and keep it a bit colder when you're running for long hours using this vehicle, and this would help your car for a better way of driving, and kind of a safety and security where your tire does not burst very easily. Okay, so I would move to the different angle. Now I would draw your attention to the outside rear view mirrors, which also has the turn indicators to it. This is to indicate if you're car is turning to your left or to your right, this would be an enhanced thing to indicate that your car is turning, so that somebody is approaching from the front can understand in which angle, or rather which side you would be turning the vehicle. Now I would go ahead and demonstrate the sides of the part as well. Give me a moment, please. Now coming to the side, I would draw your attention to the beautiful polar white car that we have here, the Venue N Line. Now if you look at the side, you have the side sill with a part of red color badging to it, and you have the Hyundai N Line badging to the front. So this signifies that this is an N Line vehicle, which is added up with a lot of features that many cars in the market do not have. Now I would draw your attention to the front tires. The tires would be MRF Wanderer tires. Now these are R16, and if I draw the camera much nearer, you would find it has a sporty red capillars to it, and the alloy system would be a dual tone alloy system that combines two different colors. One would be silver and one would be black, and towards the center of this you have the N-line badging as well. Now again, the wheel arch has a bit of red garnish to it that adds up to the look. Now if you look to the sides, you have body colored door handles and character lines stretching from the front to the rear. Now these add up again to the sporty look of the design, and they give you a feeling that you have a beautiful car and a car that has a wonderful performance to it. Now taking you to the rear seats, you have red elements added to the seats that add up to the looks. You have adjustable headrests, and this particular seat is differentiated in a 60-40 ratio that can come forward down. This is already at an inclined angle, and this does have isofix to it. And if I look at the seats, the entire rear seats would have thigh supports running from one side to the other. So this will help you in case you're traveling for a long number of hours. It would not cause any kind of aches to your thighs or to your lower legs. Now you again have the second air vents to the back. With controllers, you have USB ports which you can use to charge up your phone. Now I would gradually move on to the rear of the vehicle. Now coming to the rear of the vehicle, I would point your attention to quite a few things that I have to talk about here. First, I would give you the Venue, Hyundai and the N Line badging that you have here. The rear LED tail lamps would be connected tail lamps. So when these lights are lit up during the evenings or at night, they're very well visible from a very long distance, and definitely it's a kind of an added sporty look that you get from the rear as well. Now the rear skid plate would have a red line badging with a couple of mufflers to it that gives you a wonderful sound output from the engine, and again it adds up to the sporty look. Now as I move forward, you have the rear wiper with defogger, so that will help you in case of a misty condition where you're not able to see the screen from your inside rear view mirror. You'll be able to see it. You can use the defogger and have a clear view of the rear part of the vehicle if you're backing up. Now you have a camera here. And you have parking sensors that help you when you park. You have a mounted spoiler and you have the shark fin antennae. And yes, you have a mounted stop lamp here as well. Now I would gradually move on to the driver's door. Now, as I move inside the vehicle, first of all, what you can see would be a D-cut leather wrapped steering wheel with mounted controls. You have paddle shifters. You have an engine start and stop button, so you do not need to physically crank with your key. You can use the engine start stop button. Now you have air vents to either sides to help you with the cooling. Now these particular seats that you see are adjustable, so you can adjust the height, and definitely the front, you can adjust it to the front and the rear as well. Now these are metal pedals that you get here, so the metal pedals would add up to your car's look, and the longevity of these pedals will be much more since they're made of metal. Now I take you to the door where you have kind of all the controls for the locks. Now you have child lock facility in this, and you can electronically control the outside rearview mirrors with the 4-way switch that you have in here. Now this would be your digital cluster. Now you have 3 drive modes in this car, which show up here in different color patterns. That would be red, blue, and you have 3 modes, which would be sport, normal, and eco. So that kind of sets up the car at a particular speed limit with an RPM to give you a smooth ride when you're on long drives your own. So this would be the latch, or rather the switch, to take care of or take you through the drive modes. Now these would be your cup holders, and you also have a small cabinet here where you can keep something. Now you can see this gear knob. It has the N badging, the N line badging with a sporty red element attached to it. Part of the AC would have red elements attached to it. Now if I move forward, this is the infotainment screen that you get along with this. Now on the dashboard, you can see it's a black colored dashboard that you have here. Now this car is equipped with 6 airbags. Along with this, you have electronic stability control as well as vehicle stability management, so which makes the car extremely safe as you drive on highways or use it for your general commute. Now the inside rear view mirror would have electronic sensors to it that you can turn on to help you in case you have a dazzle of light that's coming in, so you can use it as a diminisher. There are a lot of features to this vehicle that I would gradually take you through. Now I would draw your attention to this wonderful sunroof that you get. Well, this would be manually controlled, and the sunroof would be electronically controlled, and the particular filament that's below, that would be manually controlled. So you can use the sunroof according to your convenience. Now again, the seats here, as you can see, would have the N line badging to it, and wonderful red elements or garnish added to it that adds up to the sporty look of the vehicle. The sides again would have this wonderful red elements. Now if I sit on the vehicle myself, the kind of look that I have, first thing I would say is that I can see the car's bonnet end to end. That saves me from the concept where I drive with a concept that, okay, this is kind of the turning radius, or this is kind of the angle in which the car may get maneuvered. However, if I'm able to see the bonnet completely, I would not be just assuming and driving, so I know exactly how much the car turns and how much it moves on. And I have, as I showed you already, the controls here, where I can use it through the BlueLink voice commands. There are more than 60 BlueLink facilities that I have in this vehicle. I can use it. I'll just name a few. Like I can turn on the AC using the BlueLink connectivity. I have home to car through Google, Alexa, and voice assistant. And I can have a lot of features here. Now I have immobilizers to immobilize the car whenever I want. I can turn on the AC of the car from inside my home using the BlueLink Smart app that I have in my smartwatch, and kind of a lot of convenient features that we have. So a lot of convenience, I must say, that you get in this car, along with luxury and the softness of the seats. It's just amazing. Now you have a little tray where you can keep in something. You have the USB as well as a 12-volt charging point. That's pretty necessary sometimes. Now you can use the defogger. Like, these are the switches for the defogger, the rear, and this is for the front. Now if I talk about what this is, when you're using a defogger, this is the particularly a vent through which air or hot air will be pushed to your right, to the side of the vehicle. I mean the side window, the driver's window, the one to my right. And it will help defog that as well, so that I can clearly see the outside rear view mirror. This adds up to the safety of this vehicle. This is 20 point, the particular instrument cluster that I have. Now again, I'll come to that. Now as you can see, like, what is this? This is a sign that my driver's door is not properly closed. So you get tire pressure management system. You get a lot of different kind of alerts. It can be you're not wearing your seat belts, so it gives you an alert. The system will auto lock after a few seconds to help you from not using locking system by your own. It will auto lock. Now this is a 20.32 cluster that you have that has media attached to it. You can use CarPlay and Android Auto to connect to this vehicle as well. Now you have ambient lighting that you can see here. You have wonderful pre-installed natural sounds, or rather natural music, ambient sounds, what I mean in this vehicle. So these kind of ambient sounds give you a comfortable as well as a very smooth feeling if you're on a long drive. That gives you a sound of calmness and peacefulness as you're driving. So there are a lot of options, and this Uconnect screen, this particular Media Connect screen, can be programmed, or rather it is already programmed in 10 different regional languages. So this will be all, and I would draw your attention to the bonnet.
Stop for
Before I do, just a small thing that I just noticed. This is a little notch that you have with which you open up the fuel intake compartment. So it's so easy, you can just tap on it, it opens from here. Now, coming back to the bonnet, I need to open this. I'll try to do it with one hand as I'm holding the camera with the other one. Let me see if I get lucky, or else I need to call somebody. I think I'll be lucky. Okay, now as I'm inside the bonnet, this is a 1-liter turbo GDI petrol engine that you have that gives you a cc power of 996, that's displacement. Now what is GDI? GDI basically is a gasoline direct injection system. That's kind of the fuel that's put inside would be kind of a spray technology that gives you maximum combustion, which in turn gives you a much better output and a better fuel economy as a petrol engine. Now this has 120 PS power and 172 Newton meters of torque, so that's a pretty powerful engine that you have here. And as you can see, the parts are pretty well organized and pretty well covered, so anything cannot just seep inside the car very easily, by which I mean we have waterlogging conditions in different places, so you can be least aware that not very easily can something get a water can get in and affect the parts. So all the different parts are very well covered. Now this is the bonnet lock, so you need to just shift it to the right to open the bonnet. So as I look inside the bonnet as well, like if I differentiate all these parts with a graphical AB design, like these are kind of crumpled zones, and this kind of a bonnet has a better shock absorption power than other kind of designs that we have in the market. So the Raptor bonnet would have a better in-cap rating in case of crash tests. So this will be pretty much about the car as of now. So please do come to Mukesh Hyundai. We have different branches in Keshtapur, we have branches in Khordha, we have branches in Burati, we have branches in Hajra, all these different places where a consultant can physically help you go through all these different components of the car and demonstrate all the different features that this car has, and also help you with the test drive so that you can go ahead and experience the comfort and maneuverability and definitely the powerful engine of this vehicle. Thank you so much then. You have a wonderful day ahead.